we got a little something for the ranch.
Did this box slip over?
This one did, yeah. I wonder what was in it. Oh, it's a drawer.
Oh.
Looks like it's okay.
Yeah. Oh.
What's that from? Is that the drawer did that?
Yes. Well, who knows if the top even survived anyway.
Well.
No sense in crying about it now. Let's get warm.
All right, so. Now this is broken. It's a ventless heater. Let me get its parts. Here's its parts here. Let me carry them this way.
I can do that one. Wait, it's heavier than I thought. Give it to me like a baby.
I got it. I got it. Don't ever say that to me again.
This is good because my butt's really cold.
I just warmed it up like 10 minutes ago. Oh. How do you want it?
No.
How do you feel?
No, I don't feel like getting sliced or scraped.
So here we've got a hose. Okay, it looks like it got a wrench and some Teflon. Cool. This is all from Amazon. This is the optional heater blower kit for the heater. This should make it spread a little faster. That was 25 bucks. I just thought maybe that would help.
So good to me.
Then I got a dual tank regulator, auto switching. So when one tank goes empty, it automatically switches over to the other one. Looks like these are its feet and wall hanging bracket. Now this is a Mr. heater. It's kind of sexist, like women can't give off heat.
I can't.
You're playing into the narrative. Stop it. Okay, just didn't want you to have it. I'm looking for its gas hole. Sometimes you get mad at me, you call me a gas hole.
Stop it.
Or something at least that rhymes with it. Okay, I got the radiant one. So this one is a radiant heater, and it actually doesn't heat the room. It gives off radiation, heats up the stuff in the room, and then that heats the room, right? And what's good about this is it works in a poorly insulated room because it heats the people and the objects directly. Now the other one that has a blue flame, which costs the same amount of money, is more for a well-insulated room. It heats the air and then that eventually circulates. Now they both do a little bit of both, but this is primarily a radiant heater. The blue flame is primarily a convective heater. So convection is when you heat by heating in air and then moving the air around. Like, you know, the new ovens that can do chicken wings? They call them air fryer feature. It's just a fan in there that's moving the air around so that you're not relying on just the radiation from the coils.
Yeah, everything comes back to chicken wings with you.
That's what you got out of that whole speech. All right, so with chicken wings. Here's a love note. It's gonna eat all your oxygen, you're gonna die. Okay, so I see the gas hole. It's down here. Now this is a nice system for doing off-grid. So if you have an off-grid property or something and you want to do an easy heat, this requires no electricity. Now, if you get the optional blower kit, the blower obviously requires electricity, but the heater will do fine without it. So this, and the heater and some propane tanks are all you need. And I'm gonna, like I said, everything's in the description. You don't even have to think about it. I spent a long time figuring it out. You don't have to. I wanted a long hose for being able to put the heater in different spots or the tanks in different spots. I like long hose anyways. I mean, you're pretty tall, right? So this one is going to go to our hose. Either one of these will go to our hose. This one is a compression union. Both ends look like that. So that isn't gonna help us too much here, but this one is I think this is 3/8 pipe thread. Yeah, that works good. Okay, so we got that side. This same fitting will fit here. So we got one side at least, and we don't have the other side because of reasons. Okay, so I'm gonna take this to Home Depot, plus I wanna get a street elbow so that we can have the hose come out the back of this. And I'll leave a link in the description for that extra pieces that I don't have currently. But I've got to go to Home Depot. You won't. You'll be able to just order the package. So
Okay, bye.
you might have to go to Home Depot. It happens. All right, let's gather up all the propane tanks that the land keeps providing, because we're going to need them for the hot water and everything else. That one doesn't have a safety valve. That one's just straight up. It has some in it. All right, I'll take this one over to the water heater. We'll burn up this gas. I found a half full tank out in the yard. Yeah? Yeah, so I put it over by the water heater thing. Okay. It's half full, so land provided that propane. Yeah, the land also provided these two old tanks for that land. We're just coming home with some dinner and some, groceries. And here's Buster. It's time to go inside, Buster. The coyotes are gonna come out. The sun is just now setting over there. There goes. We're having a little bit of Thai food. And I got my normal stuff, but babe, what's this appetizer called?
Everybody wants that.
Everybody loves a crunchy cha-cha. Guess this shape?
It's chicken deep fried tortillas, so I don't know why it's at the Thai place,
I know, it's bright. Buster, do you need to go potty? Do you need to go potty? You do? Do you go outside and go potty? Okay, come on. Let's go potty. Buster gets down off the bed and he starts going when he has to go potty. He's very good. Come on, let's go. Let's go potty. Because he's brand new to coming inside, so he doesn't have a litter box yet. Come on, let's go. I'll go with you. So nothing happens. What are you doing over here, Buster? Guys, Buster is such a good cat. He's only been in for a few nights, but he hasn't gone to the bathroom anywhere in the house, and anytime he has to go to the bathroom, unfortunately it's usually around midnight, he makes a little noise, he goes like that, and he'll jump off the bed, and then he'll put his two hands up on the side with his little head here, and he'll ask you to go to the bathroom. And so I get up and I go open the front door, and he runs out and he digs a little hole out in the dirt, and he pees and does whatever other business he needs to do. He buries it and he comes running back inside and then jumps back on the bed and sleeps at the foot of the bed and purrs most of the night. He's like a little dog. He's so well behaved and well trained. He loves wandering around during the day, but at night I bring him in because I hear those coyotes and I don't like it. I'm just making bread. Just getting too close. He had an eye booger. I washed it, but it's just a stain. Okay, we got the propane tanks filled. Actually, this one is an exchange because the one I brought said 1997 on the tag, and the guy said he couldn't fill it. I didn't even have the heart to bring out this one because it has a separate vent bung. The vents are usually built into the side of the here now. The 4th month of 1969. I mean, that is possible. Smells like the 60s. So this one is 2024. 2024. That's 1969. Land provides some old stuff sometimes. I mean, when they're certified new, they're supposed to go for 12 years. Then they get recertified for 8 years. And then one more time for 6 years. Or at least that's what the guy at the U-Haul store said. Don't compare me to the sunrise. That's not going to be a good look for me. All right. So we ran to Home Depot. Here's what I got. I got a flare elbow here with 3/8 and 3/8 flare. These threads are 3/8. And I grabbed one more of these in case the elbow didn't work out. This thing comes with a street elbow. Mine didn't. It's missing, but the reviews show it. It's made out of pot metal. Don't use it because it ends up galling up the threads here. So just go down and grab one of these. I'm going to put a link in the description for a complete kit for this whole thing, everything you need. So now we're going to install our optional fan kit. If you don't have electricity or you're not interested in the fan portion, then skip ahead. I'll put a little chapter so you could just skip this part. Looks like it goes right here.
You just kick it? You just kick that little panel out?
I think you just punch a hole. Okay, so here's the blower. Here's this blower screws.
They're prying it with a screwdriver. That's slower.
Yeah, we'll punch it. And we're gonna, it said punch this out.
Ah! If your enemy is 2 inches in front of you, what are you gonna do?
Hang on.
All right.
Okay.
That's
It seems like we're damaging stuff, so let's the cat has left
not nice.
the room.
Cat's out of here.
I mean, I started to make progress. If I was trapped inside this heater, I could have gotten out. But
If you were trapped outside of the heater.
outside the heater, I could get in, I guess. I think they don't really want you to install the fan kit. This is a dumb design.
Yeah.
These are little welds. I'm not gently, but I'm pushing in here. I'm gonna make room for the screwdriver at the weld. Stupid. What a stupid deal this is. This is stupid. Once we get the first one, the rest of them should be easier because now we could just kind of fatigue the rest of them, like flex them until they break. Now we should really be able to get some flex in here. And now you're working around a bunch of jagged metal where all the welds broke. This is real nice. Mr. Heater, either put a screw in plate here or don't give us the option to add electric fan. This is dumb. Work your fingers in and out of the jagged metal. Also, Mr. Heater, thank you for using like the most structurally sound tack welds I've ever seen in my life. So that this never comes out. Okay. And the good news is I've shaken all the safety equipment in here to death. So it probably won't work. Idiots. We're gonna push down on this latch and pull this fan off like that.
Okay.
Or this switch off. Now this is a thermal switch. So we're gonna take that out. Okay, here's our screw kit. Let's open this up and take these 2 screws out. We're gonna use a number 2 Phillips. So working through our hole here that we punched out, we could see this hole. We're gonna put our thermal switch in here with its 2 screws. The good news is I'm most likely not be able to use a full-size screwdriver in here. The angles here aren't really working out for me because look at, when I try to screw it, I'm hitting the top of this.
Yeah.
So hang on a second. We're just gonna go ahead and squish this down. Okay, so we're gonna use this. Now that we've squished it, we can stretch it back out later. Okay. Okay, I've set the screw upside down above the thing. What's good is that you get to work the screwdriver through the jagged hole you created earlier. We've got our little temperature deal in here. So let's pull the pigtail out. So now we're just gonna plug this back together. We're gonna shove this in here. Okay, I gotta figure out which way it goes in.
What do the instructions say?
Well, I'm gonna check, hang on. Doesn't show it actually in the hole at all. Okay, this goes, it installs in this direction with the wedge facing down. Okay, we got a positive click. Now we're gonna stick this in here. We can stretch this back out to our full-size screwdriver. Okay, so we're ready to go.
I hope you remember to edit that.
Here.
It looks stupid otherwise.
This should be pretty easy. Never tighten any of your screws until you got them all started. That way, in case you need to slip it around a little bit, slop it around. Do some tricks with your screws. It really lightens the mood when you're working in the cold. Okay, that's tight. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. Fan kit is installed. Let's go to the bottom of the heater and start futzing around down here. Okay, which way do these feet go? I'm guessing they go like that. Because they can go either way.
Oh, goodness.
Let me look at the picture. So the long part goes forward because the heater is front heavy. So let's get the screws. Why is there a battery in here?
Oh, probably went behind the fan.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the igniter battery.
Oh, okay.
All right, if you're gonna hang it on the wall, you're gonna use this bracket. It's got 4 screw holes, and you're gonna use these wall anchors. It comes with wall anchors and screws and spacers to keep the bottom part away from the wall, okay? We're not gonna do that. We're gonna use the feet. Now it's got screw holes here and provided wood screws so that you can screw down the back of the heater if you're worried about it tipping forward. But we're not gonna do that either. I would do that, but the wife likes to live dangerously. Let's put in our gas connection. I'm going to use this elbow here. Why are these resealable? There's one fitting in here. Like, the fitting isn't going to go stale. And it wouldn't matter if the fitting was going to go stale anyways because they punched the hole for the hanger below the seal.
Yeah, so it's not like airtight or anything.
It's not airtight or anything, so. Let's try the tape that comes with the regulator and see if it gave us enough to do everything. You're gonna screw the tape on as if you're tightening the fitting. Okay, so that's which way you're going to wind your tape. And we're going to just get it flat on our threads here. And now see how I've got the roll? I've got under the roll and over the fitting. And that's gonna allow us to keep it tight.
Unless you let go of it.
Unless I keep letting go of it. And I wanna keep the Teflon away from the opening. Don't want it clogging up my port here. And now I'm going to pull pretty tight, not crazy. Okay, so we're around 1. That's 4. And now we're gonna go in here and thread it on nice and easy. Now this thing has a hex for putting a wrench on the fitting inside the heater, but I looked on the back and it's got 4 screws attaching it, so it's okay to wrench on it without backing it up. So what we're gonna do is, I'm just gonna put our croissant wrench on here. What's good too is if you want to put this on before you put this foot on, you could actually wrench around without having to mess with it like I am. And I want the fitting to be facing the back, but it feels like I could go around one more time, but it's risky because if we start to go again, it might bind up before we can go around one more time. So you guys think we're gonna make it or not? Getting tight. So we're gonna have the gas line come out the front. It's gonna look real good.
Perfect.
This is unnecessarily tight, but it's okay. We're gonna be okay. Cool.
Okay.
Now our fitting's sticking out the back. Okay, we've got our auto switching regulator here. It's pretty cool. But I noticed it has a manufacturing defect. Look at our screen on our vent. Yeah, see our screen is not inserted properly, so it's not gonna properly keep debris out of our vent. So, and real quick, a quick talk about vents is the reason why you wanna put your propane tanks outside is from time to time while dealing with fluctuations in pressure, this thing will vent a little bit of propane out. So you don't necessarily want raw propane in your house. You take a pair of needle nose and let's pull out this screen. And we're gonna push it in there nice and straight. I'm gonna center it over the hole here. I wanna get this nice and centered. Now this isn't my job, this was the factory's job, but that kid was goofing up that day. So see, had I not noticed this, nothing would have ever happened and I wouldn't have had to do this. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flatten this back out. Just a piece of wire mesh. So now I'm gonna stick it back in here, center it over the hole, and I'm gonna push straight down in the middle.
You did it.
Our screen's properly centered in the hole.
There it is.
Looks great. Okay, next thing I want to do is I'm going to pull this cover off, and it's just got little wings and little clippies. See the little clips here?
Yeah.
So we're just going to pop that off. Easy. Okay, it's not coming off because I think this knob is retaining it. I wanted to pull the cover off so I can get a proper wrench on here. Oh, I see. The lever blocks the cover, but there's a cutout. So if the lever's straight like this, we could pull the cover off. See that? Okay. Ta-da! What's this cover even for?
So it looks nice.
Stupid. Now we can put a wrench here to back this up. So let's go ahead and just put a nipple. We'll put the nipple that came with the kit right here. Now, this regulator came with this wrench. I'm going to recommend, yeah, let me see if either side even fits it. No, and this is the fitting that came with it. So what I'm going to recommend is get yourself a couple decent croissant wrenches so that you can actually install this. And we're just going to do the same thing with the tape here. Just going to wrap it around. I'm going to push that down inside the threads, and I'm going to just, the first wrap is a little harder than the rest because you got to pinch itself. Okay, so we've got one wrap. That's 2 wraps, 3 wraps, 4 wraps. Make sure you start it by hand and get at least one time around so that you're not cross-threading anything. Now we got 2 croissant wrenches, and we're gonna tighten this up. Until we feel sharp rise and torque. That feels pretty good. Now remember, gas here is under like half a PSI, so it's not trying to get out real bad, but it does want out. Now we can put our stupid cover on here. We'll spray everything with soapy water at the end and see if they're trying to kill us. Okay, here's our gas line. I'm gonna take this fitting that the kit came with and open one side. And I'm just gonna screw it into one side of my hose here to keep dirt out of it because it's got a little cap. So we don't introduce dirt into our system. Because around here we got the dirt. So this doesn't, now you do not use any sealant. This is a flare fitting. Look in the hole. Okay. That is a flare fitting. See how it's angled? And see how the nipple is angled? So the angle goes on the angle and it doesn't need sealant for some reason. It's magic. We're gonna take our 2 halves of croissant wrenches. And I'm gonna put a backer wrench on this like this so that we don't go tweaking anything inside the machine. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm tightening until I feel a sharp rise in torque and then just going a little bit more, like another flat. Basically a sharp rise in torque and then one more flat. So you feel it kind of bind up and this flat was in front and then I just went one more flat. So we're good. Okay, so we got our gas line is hooked up. What we gotta do now is blast a hole in that wall. So let's get ready for that.
Okay.
Cut. There's a pea. Time to have a little breakfast, which is last night's dinner. And the wife is dipping her cha-cha in her soup.
Stop it.
Let me see. Oh, she's dipping her cha-cha right in her soup.
Oh, it's spicy too.
No, crunchy cha-cha. Come on. I can't believe you did that. Is it good? Let me taste it. We can't do that on camera though. No. Let's figure out what size bit we're gonna need to blast a hole through the wall. It's probably not this one.
It's the big one.
No, that's not gonna be quite big enough. So we're gonna have to get the biggest one out.
Oh no.
We're just gonna scrape it out of this package. We're just gonna scrape the back of this package out of the way here.
Cool. I have to clean that.
Okay, so I'll use, if your wife starts yelling at you, you can use cut mode.
Now look at this. Look at this dust.
Okay. Got the wrong one out.
Stop.
Okay.
Wow. Clear all the energy out of the room in one swoop.
That's pretty cool. Okay. I don't like to feel spiritual, so I'm gonna stop doing that. Okay.
I'd love to see you go to yoga.
Try to figure out if it's gonna reach this outlet right there.
Cool.
It's pretty stiff, huh?
It's pretty stiff, but maybe just a little bit. Okay. That ought to do it.
Okay. It's not what you want to be careful of when you're installing your heater is not to tip these over in your house.
What are those?
They've been here the whole time.
What?
Hang on. Don't. What is it made of?
Oh,
it has
man.
a hole through the top.
Why is it iridescent? Like it's a cocoon.
It's not a cocoon. Let me see.
Oh.
Look at this one.
Stop.
Look.
Stop that. Down. In case it's a child's...
Oh, it's a spider. It's a spider schlong.
No.
It's a spider schlong, and I don't mean that, like, this is how big spider schlongs are. What I mean saying is a schlong filled with spiders. So, which might be worse than a spider schlong.
Ooh, you
So
should.
comment down below, what would you rather deal with? A spider schlong or a schlong full of spiders? What would be worse if you had to deal with one of them?
Well, is it your schlong that's full of spiders? Is that the question?
No,
or is
it's
it
just
you have
it's
to
just one
deal
that
with?
appears.
Okay.
One that appears and you have to deal with it. Would you
Before you put those down and just leave them there, maybe we could like take them away from me.
We'll get rid of them in a minute. Let's get the heater installed. Let's stay on task. All right, well, I'm going to mark right here where I want the gas line to go through.
Okay, that's not...
Right there. And then I'm going to pull this out of the way, blast a hole. I'm not going to ask any questions.
You're certain that's where you want it?
I'm not going to check for any studs.
Okay.
I'll check for a stud. There aren't any studs.
That's troubling. The whole wall's moving when you do that.
I know, because I don't think there's a lot of studs. But I'm looking for a stud finder. I don't want to hit a stud on edge. It's very unlikely.
Yeah, you don't want to hit our only stud and weaken it.
Well, blast a 1-inch hole through it.
Yeah.
Through the side. That's the whole stud. I'm just going to go just above the baseboard. Switch this to turbo mode. Good, there was no stud. I'm glad. Okay. Now, I'm reaching my finger in here to see if there's any electrical wires I want to cut through, because there's an outlet there. So you either want to go above or below the line of the outlets, because if they run the wires like this, you don't want to catch them. Now we're going through the outside wall. We're either outside or it's a deep wall.
And then there's insulation.
There is. Okay. Be better if the money came out of there, but let me get the vacuum. Does the vacuum got a filter in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that vacuum.
Let's unplug this carbon monoxide and explosive gas detector to get it out of the way for our heater, our propane heater. Oh my God. Does not have a filter in it. The whole room.
Husband.
What do you mean,
didn't
husband?
know.
You said...
I didn't know what filter you were talking, what vacuum you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the regular vacuum because it's just a little tiny thing.
It's got a filter in it. What's
Why
it doing?
is it doing that? Is it on reverse or something?
No. It's got a suck hole and a blowhole.
I don't know.
Let me see. Maybe it was just for a second.
No.
Let me just suck up this dust. Stop. Oh. It's not blowing dust out of the vacuum. It's blowing air into the fireplace.
Oh.
And blowing ash around the house.
Cool, great.
Okay, so come here. The exhaust hole was facing towards the fireplace. It was blasting ashes all over the place.
Cool. Damn it. I can taste ash.
Now let's play with the hose.
No. Make sure to leave a service loop.
It's not a serviceable hose.
You gonna like put it in or?
It's the first time you said that to me.
It's really graceful.
The first couple times I was nervous and she would say that.
Stop.
Okay.
feed all of it into the wall.
Yeah. You put your extra hose, you can get it to coil up in the wall so that it looks nice. We can plug in our fan. Let me clean out my nose. It's cold in here. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna get 3 wraps of toilet paper. And then you're gonna put it on your nose, close your mouth and blow. Now don't eat whatever comes out of your nose or the other kids on the bus will beat you up. So, as is tradition, we need our regulator that we've blown dirt into, or ash into. I'm inhaling nearly as close as I'm blowing so that I can inhale some of the ash directly. Don't laugh at that.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure my drink is ruined.
Your drink's, where is it?
It's over there.
It probably just has a little extra.
Watching all the dust float into it as we speak.
Now listen, charcoal filters out harmful contaminants. So if you can breathe some of that, carbon filters. Okay.
Okay,
So
what if you let me? Okay, you're gonna carry it all.
yeah, I got it.
I like that. Ooh, and you already got the door?
Yeah. I mean, I already forgot it open. Oh, look, it's right above the outside baseboard.
Oh, that worked out.
I did it exactly on purpose. It's gonna be warm out by the time I'm done installing the heater.
Oh, you got the iris.
What is that?
It's an iris. It's okay.
I can put it over here. Here. Do you care about this plant?
No, it's
Whatever this was. Are you worried about what is this?
no.
Okay. That's great. Right there. Now this will go like this. And like this. Right? Mm-hmm. But then where can I mount it?
Yeah, what's that middle part mount to?
Well, it's normally mounts to the rod that holds those two on the front of a camper.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like the idea of mounting it. Kind of like that.
Okay.
Right there.
What do we need to do that?
Pull one of these out of my butt.
Ooh.
And put a screw in a washer right there. Or I can drill 2 holes in it so I can put 2 screws in it.
I'll touch the monkey poop. I don't care.
I like it.
Oh my God, that's such a big pea spot. Or is that you?
It's Buster. Yeah, it's just a 3/16 drill bit. We'll drill a hole here. We'll use the propane tank to hold the workpiece as we drill through it.
Good plan.
Just don't smoke around the tank. That would be dangerous. None of this stuff has to be wrenched all to hell because these are plastic. So you actually don't want to go crazy.
You don't want it to be tight.
Let's see here. I'm going to loosen this so that my line can rotate. I'm going to connect this side too. And I'm going to back it off a little bit so my lines can rotate. It seems like it likes to be about right there. I really don't like kind of like how long these screws are.
You're worried you're gonna hit those wires?
Yeah. I'm only going in part way because I don't want to hit anything in the wall. So just calm down. Also, these things have a healthy shoulder on them, and I don't want the shoulder to be a big deal.
Okay.
I'll change them out to shorter wood screws later. Okay, so let's let this hose do its natural. It naturally wants to wind up in a stupid way.
Bless you.
Some of you guys might think it's cruel that I don't bless my wife when she sneezes. But I think it might be a sin to bless a witch. I'm not sure. So
He doesn't want me to burst into flames. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I'm not sure what'll happen if I bless her. I like her.
That just clips to what? Like,
Whatever you want. It's gonna be a screw in the wall is what it's probably gonna clip to. There you go.
okay.
What are you doing in there? We have the other one. Don't hold out. Now we need to actually tighten everything.
Oh.
It's got a little arrow. So I'm going to turn it to the left tank. And now we can open them both up, but we're just going to open it slowly. If you open them too quickly, there's a safety check in there that will engage. Let's open this one very slow.
Are you going to open them both?
Yeah, it's meant to switch over when one gets low. Now you don't have to operate it like that. You can manually switch it if you want. See why the AC guys call it monkey poop, as it looks like poop.
I mean, it's gray though. Okay.
Are you a monkey expert? Do you know what monkeys eat? Look, is that not the...
I've never seen anything like that.
I'm gonna push the tip back in because I don't like that. Let's roll a poop just like you do in the bathroom.
What?
Just normal stuff. We're all human, babe. It happens. Okay. I'm just gonna seal around here. Then I'm gonna pinch it off, just like you do in the bathroom. And I'm just gonna seal around my hose inlet here.
Is this why the bathroom looks like that?
That looks good. Now let's go.
Okay,
Let's go
grab all
in the
this
house.
stuff. Ow.
Oh no.
Oh.
Let me have it. You're gonna be all right. All right, let's go inside.
Let me show the setup.
You know, the way we're setting things up over here is now this looks a little bit more wackadoodle here.
Uh-huh.
But they at least have a slab for their
Yeah.
tanks to sit on. Now this is the work I'm doing here is starting to make me worried that I may have been possessed by Bill. Like I'm just continuing the exact same work. And like I think it's my own free will, but like it just keeps coming out like exactly the same type of work. So I'm not really sure what's happened.
I would have noticed
Yeah.
if you were possessed.
I think it's a back room possession. Like I don't think that he cares to really run the whole show. He's just kind of steering things. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, put a hole in the wall, get an RV regulator. I know it's a house, get an RV regulator.
Oh wait, maybe we should put these in the tool bag. Like that.
Oh yeah. Now let's roll one again.
How did you? Oh, you already had some in your hand.
I produced this stuff on my own.
Oh. What are you eating? I don't feed you anything that should make it gray.
Well, last night I saw like a flying saucer land out here, and some little gray people came out, and I grilled them up. Okay, so let's slip this.
I think I would have noticed that too. I hope we see a UFO.
I hope we don't.
Oh my gosh, are we ready to turn it on?
Soon, very soon. Okay, that's sealed up as good as I care to deal with it.
Gosh, oh my gosh.
Now, we gotta put the battery in it.
Oh.
Where is that battery? Keep an organized workspace. Here it is. So it's got a gas supply. You don't smell any propane, do you? I don't.
No.
It's all good.
No, I don't even care if I do.
Jeez.
Cold.
This unscrews.
Oh.
And the battery goes in here. Let's stick it in this way. See what happens. Okay, let's listen.
Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna turn this to pilot.
Okay.
We'll probably have to push down on it. Okay, we gotta push down on it and let's hit the igniter. Got a lot of air in that line. So
It is a long line.
Yeah. We're just expelling the air out of the system. And remember, the pilot is a very slow flow, so it's gonna take a little while.
Ooh.
Okay, now we have to hold the knob here for a while.
Okay.
Until that thermocouple that's after the igniter. See that nipple right up? So the igniter's the white one with the porcelain insulator.
Yeah.
That thermocouple's there. It will not stay on until it heats that tip. Now I can let this go and watch. The pilot will stay lit.
Oh, okay.
Now this one here says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mm-hmm. And now notice there's 5 briquettes, right?
Oh.
So some of the older style, if you turn it on 1, it'll light up 1 briquette. 2 is 2 briquettes, etc. This one's actually a thermostat. So they all come on and they all come off at the same time.
Okay.
To a set temperature. I'm going to go ahead and light it. Here, I'm going to let you light it.
Ooh.
Ooh, that was pretty. Wow, that's really pretty. Okay, so that's just temperature.
Crank it up.
That's just temperature.
Oh, that feels so nice.
And those briquettes should turn red after a minute.
Yeah, they're red. Should we just turn it all the way up?
No, it's not a, it's a thermostat. It clicks on and off. It's running full tilt right now.
Okay.
What I'm getting at is it runs full tilt until it reaches the temperature. So I'm going to set it for 1.
Until it reaches 1.
Until it reaches 1 temperature. And then it'll click off on its own. What are you doing? Your butt's been cold for a few days now, ever since it turned cold outside. Ooh, drop it like it's hot. Okay, it's putting out tons of heat. It's a radiant heat. And so when the room gets up to temperature, it'll click on and off with our temperature setting. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you don't need any electricity for this. It works great. It's putting out tons of heat. But if you want to kick it up a notch, you can install that fan kit that we did earlier. And let's show that. So the middle position is off. Top is manual, which means it's just going to be on. And the bottom one is auto. And what the auto is going to use is our thermal switch that we installed in there. And what that thermal switch does is anytime the heater clicks on, as soon as it gets hot, it's going to turn the fan on. So let's go ahead and just hit that.
Ooh.
And that's going to give us some air.
Come to me.
See if any air is coming out. Oh yeah. So these vents on top are just pumping the heat out. So the fan is going to turn it from purely radiant to a hybrid of convection and radiant. So this is the best of both worlds in my opinion. It's gonna heat instantly, and it's going to heat the room's air with that circulatory fan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we are pumping out tons of heat right here. It is hot. Now let's go show that feature of the auto switch on the regulator. Let me show you why you want that regulator. You can follow your toasty butt. Okay, right now, our little indicator window shows nothing. We're running off our left tank right now. I want you to do is slowly close the left tank. Slowly. Watch what it's going to do. You can hear the gas flowing.
Oh.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Now it's flowing out of this one, and it's switched.
Okay.
And that's going to tell you, that the tank that your arrow is pointing to is empty.
Okay.
Right? So we just simulated this tank running out.
So can I just turn this back on?
You can, but hang on. But here's what you can do, is you can actually disconnect this tank now. You can flip it over. So here's what you're going to do. You're gonna flip it over.
Okay.
Now your window's not red anymore because the tank you're running on is not empty. Then we can disconnect this, right? And we could take this tank and go fill it up without ever interrupting service.
Cool.
Do you see what I mean? Now you can go ahead and open this back up. And we'll just be running off the right tanks now. So in the middle of the night, if your heater tank runs out, it'll switch. And then you come out here, and if you see a red thing, it's time to fill the tank that it's pointing at. You see what I mean? Because it switched over. So it's a pretty cool system. It's an auto switching regulator, and you get a warning when you're halfway out. So the next time you run into town, you just fill up your tank. It got to temperature, and it has shut off. Because you see the bricks are not running, but the pilot is.
So let's crank that up.
Well, hang on. Let's wait for the fan to shut off. This room is a lot warmer.
Oh yeah. Warmed up pretty quick. Wow.
So the fan switch is off with that thermal switch. Now what you can do is you can simulate the room cooling down by just turning the thermostat up a little bit to number 2. Yeah, perfect.
Oops.
And now let's see if our fan comes back on. I already feel the radiant heat.
Ooh.
Those bricks took a little longer to light.
What do you think this fan's doing to our electricity?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No,
Okay.
It's like a fart fan. It's like a few watts. It's not a lot.
You would know all about that.
Jeez. Okay, so the fan comes on and off with the heat. That's how you install your off-grid Mr. Heater. And yeah, it's cool. Actually, it's hot.
Yeah, it's so hot.
Feels so much better in here, guys. Here's all the stuff you're gonna need right here to do your install. So make sure you have that on hand.
Thanks, babe.
You got it, sugar. Looks like I'm having toasted buns for dinner.
Stop it. Your bag. Eat it. Your bag song. Winter bug was purring with the winter bug song earlier.